I'm here. So, welcome and thank you very much for joining us today with this workshop of cost. And thank you, first of all, also for to organizers to giving us this opportunity to present cost within this very important event of Air Access Georgia inauguration event. So let me share my screen. And sorry for my voice, I'm a bit sick. We say that it's good that we have this, it's not good that we have this online setting, these meetings, but in my case, it's better because I would not be able to run this workshop. So, uh, is it coming? Do you see my screen or not?
Not yet, not yet.
Maybe I did something wrong. Just a moment. Voila. But it's not in presentation mode.
Can you share the screen now?
Is it okay now?
No, we cannot see the screen.
No? Very strange.
Just a moment.
I try again, sorry. Sure.
Now, yes, it starts.
Yes, okay, finally. Okay, so I'm happy to present our organization, which is COST. It is European Cooperation in Science and Technology. This is, my name is Inga Dadeshidze, so you see that I'm Georgian. I have been working, my research career was related with the Pharmacochemistry Institute, if you know this institution in Georgia. And I left it was 2013. I started at COST like science officer in biomedicine, and biomolecular sciences. Now, all my actions are COST actions are in this field, biomedical field. So you see the dates here. I mentioned today already that, exactly to this year, we celebrate our 50 years existence of COST.
Dr. Inga, can I interrupt just a second?
Yes.
Like we get some messages in chat that some people want to join the first workshop. So please, the ones who are registered on the first workshop, text in chat box, so we will transfer you in a proper room. Thank you, and sorry.
Okay.
Please.
Can I continue?
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, okay. So it is the 50 years of existence of COST, and since its inception in 1971, COST provides networking opportunities for researchers and innovators in order to strengthen Europe's capacity to address the scientific, technological, and societal challenges. So in fact, COST supports science and technology-driven networks, so-called COST actions. This is main instrument how COST operates, and the researchers and individuals affiliated with the research institutions having different expertise can tackle the scientific and societal challenges from the diverse disciplines perspectives. So to underline again here, multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary approaches are highly welcome. And this is the right, really optimal way to solve problems or share best practice and achieve transformative changes, which is not reachable by working in discipline silos. Now I go to the next, just a moment. So what I want to explain to you, provide information about how the COST program operates. First of all, this is the COST open call, how the COST main instruments, COST actions are selected. So, and second will be second part, maybe between these parts, we will have questions and answers sessions. And the second will be how the cost program operates, cost actions. And last will be benefits of participating in cost activities. Okay. So as you see that the open call, the actions are selected for funding via cost open call. To start the cost action, there is a minimum requirement to have network from at least 7 cost members countries. You see it here, list of cost member countries. We have cost covers 38 cost members. You see in red, the dark red, it is cost members. And you see in the left side, you see the list of these countries. And we have one cooperating member and one partner member. South Africa became, not so long time ago, became partner member. As you know that the cost is supported by framework, European Commission framework programs. And this time it was Horizon 2020 and now Horizon Europe. So South Africa is not European country, but they are partner member country for cost, and their participation in cost actions very important, and it's for the country, and it's covered by the government of South Africa. Also, there are 16 near-neighbor countries, which are all representatives from these countries are welcome to join cost actions. And also, at this stage, at submission stage for proposal stage, also can contain some representatives of near-neighbor countries, such as Georgia as well. Also the international partner countries, and you can imagine now dimension of cost network, how big it can become. So as I mentioned, this cost action is a network of all stakeholders interested to pursue the research and on a certain topic. And the main focus of cost open call, it is when the priority is to promote scientific, technological, economical, and cultural and societal innovation in Europe. The main subject and research goals can lay in any scientific field of the proposal. The main subject of the proposal can lay in any scientific and technological field. So it means that we have bottom-up approach in selecting of new cost actions. And it is also very important point that it also reduces the gap between scientists, policymakers, and society in whole and in Europe and beyond. So I missed one slide, I think. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is the in cost open call. It is one-step application. I need to mention here that it needs to be applied. Main proposal needs to be from cost country, but as I mentioned, near neighbor countries such as Georgia, Georgian researchers can participate from the beginning at the proposal stage, and they can join the cost action from this stage. So minimum number I already mentioned, it's 7, but there is a rule which means that it needs to be 50% of inclusiveness target countries. Today I mentioned this, it's our terminology. We call it's in Europe, there are considered less research intensive countries, and its main focus in the Horizon Europe and Horizon 2020 and Horizon Europe is in widening, and this is also focus countries, let's say, and also individuals from near neighbor countries are really welcome to participate. It can be included as secondary proposals already at the submission stage. Okay, so when now we will have next collection date, open call collection date, it will be 29 October 2021. So if you have some more networks, you can contact them and you can create the network of 7 cost member country representatives, and you can participate. So main proposer needs to be from the cost country. It is one stage online submission of proposals. This is the 15 pages of technical annex, which describes your scientific program, all research and capacity building objectives, which is after transfer, if successful, proposal is successful, it is transferred to memorandum of understanding of the action. So in one call, previous call, it was in November collection date. We selected 40 actions. Normally it is 45 actions, but this time it will be very significantly increased, and we will support 70 new actions. So it's now it is not defined, but it will be around 70 new actions.
Yes,
Okay.
we would like to attend online.
Okay. And after we have also after submission, it is evaluation. It will be proposal is evaluated by 3 independent external experts. They provide their individual the report, evaluation reports, and after starts consensus evaluation of these 3 evaluators. They need to submit consensus evaluation report, and in this stage, it will be the review panel member will be also involved
Yeah,
in
okay.
discussions.
Good.
After second step, it is revision and quality check. It is not evaluation, revision and quality check by review panels. Cost invites review panels, ad hoc review panels. It's not established, but it's ad hoc review panels, depending on what are these subjects and expertise needed for the evaluation of the proposals in the open call. So the third
Okay,
step is selection by the scientific committee,
can you please send
and
me
it is
this,
normally, it is not also evaluation, but only cost policy and
to
objectives are
discuss
taken into account. Sorry, can we mute mic?
as well?
Hello?
So,
And after step 4, it's approval by cost committee of senior officials. And the results are after published in 7-8 months. Okay. Now, very important, I think, when I presented in Info Days in Georgia, always I mentioned that Georgian researchers, scientists, and experts, they can participate in the evaluation of our proposal. So you see here on the screen the link where you can submit, you can open your account like expert in cost database, and please also upload your updated CV, and carefully check your expertise there, which expertise is really relevant to your experience, and also please, there is a box in, you need to tick that box that you agree that you will be invited for this evaluation. This is evaluation for open call, and also you can be invited to evaluate and monitor this running cost action as well, which is also very interesting for, I think, from my point of view, it's interesting also for Georgian researchers. Okay. So I already mentioned that the next collection date is will be on 29 October. It's noon. And the last day I mentioned 13 November, and this I will tell you which are the approved new actions, 40 actions later when I will cover the topic of the cost actions. Okay. So if there are questions, I would be happy to take them, to answer them. No, I see no questions so far. I don't see chat. I don't know why. I don't see chat. Okay, so no questions, right? I can continue. Okay, now about cost actions. So this is main instrument how cost operates, cost activities are operating. After an updated cost open call, this is I would like to provide you useful information how the cost program operates in with its one main instrument, and this is cost action. Cost actions are composed of representatives of different countries. As you see on this slide, cost member countries can participate in all actions. You see here, now it's a bit changing participation in cost actions. We had different rules, and since as of 1st November of this year, it will be new rules will be introduced. So it's more focused on individuals' participation in cost actions. These are cost members representatives in cost actions. They can participate in all activities of cost and cost actions, and also these European RTDs, EU institutions, and international organizations. But near neighbor countries such as Georgia, so Georgian researchers, as of 1st November, they can join like working group members. If you are aware about cost, and before it was like management committee observers, it was kind of a procedure of application in ECOST, and after you needed to have the approval by management committee and after approval by cost association. Now it is only approval on management committee of the action. And you see here, this is only for new action. I took from our website. It is apply, and you click on this apply. It redirects you in eCost, the platform, and you can put your and you can apply. You fill all these required fields, and you will apply for working group membership in the action. And final decision, it is on management committee. You can find information about the chair of the action, and you can send, it is better that to send also for to chair or to this is main proposer, still not started action, but in other cases it is already chair. So the running actions, it is already chair, and you can contact the chair for your participation. And normally there is no problem. They all accept the participation from near neighbor countries and from Georgia as well. We have many participants from Georgia. Okay. Uh, how it happens? So I mentioned that there are mandatory 7 countries. So when a proposal is submitted, there are several main proposer and several main proposers, secondary proposers, and there could be also some near neighbor countries and international partner countries at proposal stage. I already mentioned that. But after once action started, others they can join also. So what is different from other projects, the cost actions? They are not closed environment. This is inclusiveness and openness is key principles of cost. So everyone who is interested in subject, who wants to contribute to the action and have benefit from this action, the networking and collaboration, they can join. So this submitted proposal, and after the action started, if it's successful after action started, all others, they can express their interest to join, and they can join and collaborate within the cost action. Okay. Uh, yeah. As I already mentioned, it is open to all scientific and technological fields. Cost actions, it's bottom up. I already mentioned this. So any subject is welcome, but of course there are some criteria for evaluation and to be successful. It needs to promote scientific, technological, economic, cultural, and societal innovation in Europe. And I already mentioned also the reducing the gap between scientists, policymakers, and society in Europe and beyond. It's very important as well. Um, Post actions aim at promoting the creation, exchange, and application of scientific knowledge. So sharing knowledge is key in the cost actions, and it needs to be open, as I already mentioned, and output oriented, output impact oriented, and responding to cost excellence and inclusiveness policy, which is, sorry, I was too fast, which is in 3 dimensions, in a geographical dimension, also for young career stage, involving early career investigators, and gender balance. Okay, so uh, cost actions were in the natural. This is a network of all interested stakeholders, people who are affiliated, individuals who are affiliated in the universities, in research institutions, or organizations which they have, which have in their premises the research, they can apply to be part of the cost action. Uh, the action is described. I already mentioned that there is a proposal which is transformed after a memorandum of understanding, and it is a 4 years program of cost action, and it needs to be minimum 7 countries. I already mentioned this as well. Uh, so it is described research coordination and capacity building objectives and other scientific goals and program what they want to achieve in within the 4 years. An average budget of one action, it is for 4 years, it is 500,000 euros. This is average, so it's not for every action. It depends how big network it is. So if it's small network, lower budget, but for bigger networks, it is higher budget. Okay. Uh, to reach their objectives and deliverables, which are very important within this 4 years program, and to tackle all challenges in research, coordination, and capacity building. The actions organize their 4 year work, as I already mentioned, and they have in their remits different networking tools. You see here meetings. These are management committee meetings, core group meetings, sorry. Also very important, working group meetings. So management committee and core group meetings, this is more coordination and the management of the action, but working group meetings, this is how to progress in the scientific program of the action. They also organize some workshops, conferences, and training schools as well, and other meetings. The short-term scientific missions, this is very important and useful tool as to produce some research output and the career advancement of young researchers. These are lab or university center or the research center exchange visits to use some technique or the experience or expertise in host organization. This okay now. Also, they can participate in some meetings which are not organized by the cost action, but organized by international conferences in the field, and they want to disseminate their results. So this is also supported by from the cost action budget, and it is for oral presentation. Uh, Dissemination also a very important component of the cost action. Just first, I want to mention about the conference grants for early career investigators. This is for before it was more for inclusion of target countries, but it is now for near neighbor countries, early career investigators, young researchers and PhD students as well. And this is for poster presentations in the international conferences in the field. So, and dissemination, it's a very important component of the actions, and they have. I wanted to mention about this short-term scientific mission, which was very successful, and I already mentioned this today's panel, and it was very. Let's say that all the STSM grantees, they mentioned that it's really positively affected their career, these short-term scientific missions. And I had one example in my action. It was action is about RNA, cardiovascular disease, and the young postdoc lady who performed this short-term scientific mission in Action Cheers laboratory in Luxembourg, and she is from less research-intensive country, which is inclusion as target country, and she was successful to proceed to finalize this project in Marie Skłodowska-Curie Actions individual fellowship, and also to establish new lab, first lab in her country, or RNA lab in her country. So this is really very great achievement and outcome from this tool, short-term scientific mission, and from the action. Also, the result of the short-term scientific mission, missions are normally they are finalized with a prominent and a very important dissemination, which are publications in a very important journals. So this is very, very successful and used by cost actions. Dissemination, as I mentioned, is very important, and cost actions to making successful and visible, to create an impact. The cost actions have also defined strategy, communication, dissemination, and valorization strategy. How to disseminate and communicate different target audience, and this happens via their websites, publications, other dissemination and communication means. So to repeat again, so cost action budgets, they also support some open access fees to cover open access fees, and normally they are very, very important publications. And of course, near neighbor country like Georgia participants, they also can be involved in those publications and publish in this with together with the European scientists. Okay. And now it's about how to join the granting cost action, and I will show after how to find the cost actions in our website. So previously, as I already mentioned, it was the management committee observer. It is until 1st November, and since as of 1st November, new rules are entering in the force, and called near neighbor countries representatives, so Georgian scientists, they can join like working group members. As I already showed, that you can just apply from website, from Action web page, and after the MC decides if they want, if they accept your participation, and normally, yeah, they accept. So it will be working group participation as of November 2021. Also, you can participate in every the activity of cost action, like short-term scientific missions. You can you are not part of the action, but you can apply for short-term scientific missions. And also you can be invited to participate and to give a speech, for example, at the conferences and workshops and the trainings, to become also trainer for in training schools, like invited speaker. And as I already mentioned, the third and very important and not, the third type of participation, let's say, it is like to participate like an expert. So for this, you need to open your the account in your profile at eCost. I already provided the link, and you need to upload your CV, and you will be, yeah, probably you will be, if it's necessary for your expertise for evaluation, you will be involved in open call evaluation or monitoring of cost running actions. Okay. So as I said, you need to find the cost action, which is when you browse in our website cost actions, you can find topics, and you can see memorandum of understanding. If it is something, it's complementary or it is overlapping your research somehow, you can always apply. You can contact the action chair. This information is also available from the website, and you can write to the action chair, vice chair, and submit background information, motivation, and what is benefit that for you, and what your contribution from your side for the action as well. You can write all this information.
Dadeshidze, tam, dobrý den. My jsme mluvili před chvíli. No a teďka vám vysvětlím, o co jde.
Sorry,
Já
Shota,
mám
please, can you mute your mic?
grantový projekt, ve kterém
Sorry, can you
spolupracuji
mute your
s
microphone?
Tajvanem. A původně měl jet sem nějaký tajvanský student. Ale
Sorry, Shota, can you mute
jaká je
your
doba,
mic?
tak prostě nemám možnost letos zaměstnat. A když jsem mluvil s docentem Pospíšilem, tak on mě nabídl, že byste mohl do konce roku
Mr. Shota, can we
nějakým
ask you to
způsobem,
mute
ono to je téma docela složitý,
I think you
ale
can,
whoever is the host
mohli
can
byste
mute him.
nějakým způsobem do toho
Miranda, who is host of this workshop, can you mute?
Luca is here and I'm asking him to
Okay.
mute
Okay.
me.
No problem. Okay, so this was information about how to reach the action chairs and how to find. This I already mentioned, and really it's how successful our cost actions they are. It's very important. This is information how they proceeded in the Horizon 2020 applications. So from 233 ended actions, they reported that they submitted 798 proposals, and 296, which is 37%, were successful, which is very important. So this is also benefit why you need to join cost actions. After you are part of this network, you have more opportunity to have other funding opportunities, funding other projects also in Horizon Europe or from other funding organizations. So please also, it's very important. So here I provided our website, and you can see that you have here browse action, and you can here is also link how you can reach there, and clicking on browse action, you will have all list of cost actions. It's too many actions. Some are already finished, some are running actions, so you can find these dates. You see here dates, and if it's running action, it's you can join any of them if it is in your in the topic of your interest. So but other also, maybe you hear somewhere about cost action, you just write number of cost action and you have all information. The memorandum of understanding you need to see, it's very important, and what are the objectives. If it's really interesting for you, you after find the information about the chair and other involved participants, and you can write, and you can join easily this action. So yes. Next, also you can have some filters, and you can find with the keywords, the actions. So you need to see which are actions of your interest, and which are really active actions, not already closed actions. Okay. And so identify you already got one action maybe, and you see the number, a number here. You have action fact sheet, you have memorandum of understanding, sorry, and you have all details, contact details of chair, vice chair, and you can contact them. So now I want to show you new actions. You see, I mentioned that we had 40 actions approved, and they will start now. So now it is time to contact them, to join them, and if it is in your topic, please. Here is the first 18 action. I guess I will provide my presentation to participants if you are interested. Or here is link. Sorry. And here is a link also where you can find this list of new actions. And these actions are now just starting in this September, October. So, okay. This is last. These are last 20 actions. If there is interest, I can of course provide this the presentation. Okay. Questions? If there are questions, I would be happy to answer your questions.
You can also ask you can also text your questions in chat, so we will read it.
Yeah, I don't see chat, by the way, Miranda. Do you see chat?
Yes, I can see. You have to just click the chat box and you will see it.
Somehow it is reduced my this here. So nothing in chat, right?
Yeah, right now there is nothing in chat. If there are some questions, I will read it. I will read.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, then we continue. Okay, sorry.
If I may, I also couldn't find the handwriting option, but I think there were in chats a few notes about this, and I also would like to express my own attitude. It will be really very great if you can share this presentation. I don't know how it will work, Miranda. You will upload it somewhere in National Foundation's web, or Ms. Inga can send to the participants mail list, or how it will be provided, but it will be really useful. So if you can share this presentation.
Yes, of course, sure. We will ensure that all participants get the presentation.
Okay, thanks. Now last part of my presentation. What are the benefits of participating in COST activities? Mostly I already covered these benefits, but anyway, so I want to mention that these are all scientific, first of all, scientific benefits from and to progress and to advance your research. So the strategic goals of COST are very relevant to the objectives of ERA and the future of Horizon Europe. And COST has a particularly significant role to play in facilitating networking research, coordination, and research defragmentation. As you already heard from my presentation, and it is very important for capacity building in international scientific communities. It also plays an important role in widening participation. It covers inclusiveness target countries. I already mentioned this type of countries, and near neighbor countries as well. and benefits are really obvious. And I really encourage the scientists from Georgia to join if there are some the actions in your field to join and benefit from it, because it is also something that you are part of very the recognized member of leading scientific network, and you collaborate with the top scientists in your field, and it's very important for young researchers as well, for career and advancement opportunities, and for international mobility and visibility. So this is all what it is, and we give also financial support, of course, from cost. So every cost action has their budget, and these networking activities are covered, and also dissemination activities, publications, as I already mentioned. So I mentioned already what are the networking activities, but to highlight again those meetings, you will say how I can advance my research with the meetings. Of course, it is also a result of these meetings are new ideas or new projects or new publications and so on. And it is very important to have this the networking and training schools. Of course, it's very important even for established scientists, if it is in different the scientific field. As I mentioned, cost actions, they are not on one scientific field, they are on one topic, but they are covered from different perspective of different expertise. So it can be not in your field, but you are established scientist, but you want to know something else in the different field, so you can attend the training school, and it's everything is covered by the action budget. And this is by daily allowance, and now it is new also with new rules, so it can be also in Georgia, can be the meetings at training schools can be organized in Georgia as well. So you can host some meetings, and if you participate in the action, you can host meetings or training schools. You can act as a local organizer, and this local organizer also we give some support for financial support for organization of those meetings and training schools. And the participants, they are reimbursed by daily allowance. I will not cover this. It is, you see on the slide here. And this is just without any of receipts. And it varies depending on location, this amount. Okay. Uh, so this I already mentioned. So meetings organization, how important it is. So you can, it's also visibility of your country, of your research, and it's for networking, and local colleagues also and students can be involved in these meetings or training schools, and you will get financial support, as I already said. Short and scientific missions also, it's kind of little bit changed now. It is contribution. It is to cover your travel and accommodation expenses. It is, as I already mentioned, you can visit some other countries, other research centers in different countries than yours. And sorry. And so you will be granted in this maximum 4,000 euros. But it depends also how long it is, and its decision upon the management committee, how it will be, how big it will be, the grant. Okay, and how important it is for producing the research, I already mentioned. So, and for visibility and for career advancement. Uh, and dissemination also. So we give all this financial support for website, for scientific publications. It needs to be to cover from the budget needs to be 3 different parties. So 3 different country representatives. One can be in near neighbor country, Georgia. So it can be also covered by the action, and it's also brochures, flyers, posters, proofreading, editing, and now even translation. It is covered, and some multimedia, the dissemination items can be also produced by the actions, which are videos, podcasts, webinars, and also this MOOC. You know that it is massive online courses and animations, multimedia training materials. Okay. This all information, it is in our website, and if you see documents and guidelines under funding, you will see all documents, all information there. If you have any questions, or you always can contact me, and yeah, my contact details maybe will be also provided here. So this is now Vademecum. As I mentioned, it is until 1st November, but since from 1st November on the website there will be new annotated rules. So all information you can find on our website. Okay, I think I reached the end, but yeah, if you want to discuss something and you have some questions, I will be happy to answer them.
I think there are some questions. Okay, I will now read them. Hello, if it's possible, no, it's not this one. They want the presentation. Okay. I have a question. When would be call for applications? It's one of the questions.
It is, can I answer? Or yeah, it is on 29th of October to submit proposal for new cost action.
Okay, and the second question. In order to proceed forward with the cost action, the pool of 7 representatives of member or associated states is prerequisite. Is it correct assumption? Is it correct assumption?
Yes, yes. 7 and 50% needs to be inclusive and started countries. So smallest network to submit the proposal, that is 7.
Okay. I guess that's it. If you have some questions, please feel free to ask questions. You can like either raise your hand. Now I see Mariam.
Thank you. I don't have a question. It's a comment. Thank you for such a nice presentation. It was really helpful. So thank you.
Thank you. So
Anyone else, because I cannot see your hands.
no.
I put a question.
Yep.
Yes, sure.
Okay, yeah, I just looked for one of the calls. It's for early career investigators. And I'm wondering now if we apply for this call, for example, does that mean, well, the first question is how we define this early career investigator. In Georgia, according to Rustaveli Foundation, we know this definition, and is it similar, like maximum of 7 years after PhD completion, or there are some different criteria? This is the first question. And then second one is, as long as the call is for early career investigators, does that mean then all the involved at least seven countries to be represented by the earlier career investigators, or just the leading person has to be with this status and the others might be anything else?
Sorry, I don't see your name, but early career investigator, Paul, what do you mean?
That says making early career investigators' voices heard for gender equality, for example. This is what I found.
This is, I cannot answer this question. This is not within cost. We don't have this kind of the call.
Oh, well, this was also on your picture on the presentation. I have seen it there as well, and I'm now looking at the website as well. And it's among the calls.
Among the website of COST?
Yes. Well, it's on gender equality. It says making early career investigators' voices heard for gender equality.
I don't know what you mean, but it is policy of COST this, but we don't have this dedicated call for this. But you can find short-term scientific mission calls for every action where you can participate. You can apply for short-term scientific mission.
Sorry, could you please go back and show the presentation slide where you have had these recent 19 calls currently happening and taking place?
19 calls?
Yeah, it was something like 19 or maybe more or less, I don't.
I'm going back.
Yeah, go ahead, please, little more. Yeah, here, or. Okay, yeah, the last, the previous one was good. Please go back.
These are actions. These are COST actions. New COST actions which are funded, and they will start now. And I advised you to, if it's in your field, you can contact them, and you can contact the main proposer, and you can apply for to participate like working group member, and you can have short-term scientific missions and so on. These are 40 actions which are selected from previous COST call, and they will start now, September, October, okay?
So it's not an open call as such?
No, this is already the funded actions, COST actions.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Okay. But if you are interested in one of them, you can contact and easily participate in the action, okay?
Okay, thank you very much, yes.
You're welcome. No questions more? Okay. I think, Miranda, we don't have questions, right?
Yes, just a moment, I'm checking the chat. Yeah, we have one question here. How often is the list of approved actions updated?
Approved actions, it will be in, so now it is called in 7-8 months, you can expect new actions. It will be around 70 new actions.
Okay.
So it's 29th October, it is open call, collection date, and after 7-8 months after, new actions will be selected and funded. Is it clear?
Any more questions? Any questions from your side?
So maybe I'll stop sharing anyway. So I guess there are no questions. Now I can see.